Hello students, myself Jinalisha welcomes you on behalf of Saraswati International Academy. Students, today we will begin with the last part of the chapter Animal Kingdom. So first of all, today we will begin with the general characteristics of the subphylum Vertebrata, or also called as the Craniata. So basically vertebrata are those animals which possess the vertebral column. And why are they called as craniata? Craniata, it is related to the word cranium, which means the brain box, or you can say the bony covering around the brain, that is called as a cranium. So the members of the subphylum Vertebrata, they possess the notochord during the embryonic period. And this notochord, it is replaced by cartilaginous or bony vertebral column in the adult. So what type of animals are vertebrates? So basically they will have the notochord in the embryonic condition, which later on in the adults is replaced by the vertebral column, and that vertebral column may be made up of either bone or of the cartilage. And as they possess vertebral column, they are called as the vertebrates. So we can say that all vertebrates are chordates. What we can say? All vertebrates are chordates. बिकॉज वर्टिब्रेट्स में एम्ब्रियोनिक कंडीशन में नोटोकॉर्ड होता था जो रिप्लेस हो जाता है वर्टिब्रल कॉलम से. बट ऑल कॉर्डेट्स आर नॉट वर्टिब्रेट, विच मीन्स कि हर कोई कॉर्डेट के पास वर्टिब्रल कॉलम हो वो ज़रूरी नहीं है. बट येस, ऑल द वर्टिब्रेट्स दे विल हैव द नोटोकॉर्ड इन द एम्ब्रियोनिक कंडीशन, which is later replaced by the vertebral column. So we can say that all vertebrates are chordates, but all chordates are not vertebrates. Now, which are besides the basic chordate characteristics, जो हमने अर्लियर स्टडी किया कि कॉर्डेट्स की जो जनरल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स है ये तो उनमें रहेगी ही रहेगी, बट विच आर द अदर एडिशनल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स प्रेजेंट इन देम. So they have a ventral muscular heart with 2, 3 or 4 chambers. So basically they possess the heart which is located on the ventral side of the body, and they have how many chambers? Either 2, 3 or 4, and that heart is a muscular organ. They have the kidneys for excretion and osmoregulation. What is osmoregulation? Maintenance of the salt and water balance in the body. And they have the paired appendages which may occur in the form of fins or in the form of limbs. So these are the additional characters which are present in the vertebrates. They will have chordate-like characters, like they are triploblastic animals, they have the bilateral symmetry. ये सब characteristics तो है, लेकिन उसके अलावा which are the additional characteristics present in them. So ventral muscular heart with 2, 3 or 4 chambers. Kidneys are there for excretion and osmoregulation, and they have the paired appendages which help them basically in locomotion. Apart from that, the appendages perform other functions too. So that appendages are in the form of fins or in the form of the limbs. So now students, this is the basically the division of the vertebrates. So vertebrate subphylum is divided into two divisions. One is Agnatha and another one is Gnathostomata. Agnatha's are the animals which lack the jaws, and Gnathostomata are the animals which bear the jaws. Now this Agnatha, it is divided into the class called as the Cyclostomata. The Agnatha, they are divided into the class called as the Cyclostomata. Whereas the Gnathostomata, it is divided into two superclass. One is Pisces, which have fins as the appendages, and another one is Tetrapoda, which have limbs as the appendages. Tetra, it means 4. Poda, that is legs or limbs. So basically they possess the 4 limbs. Now the Pisces are divided into two classes, chondriachthyes and osteichthyes, whereas the Tetrapoda, they are divided into 4 classes, amphibia, reptilia, aves and mammals. So this is the brief division of the vertebrata. Clear, students? Now, explanation, certain general explanation. Subphylum vertebrata, I told you, divided into two divisions. Agnatha, which are called as the jawless vertebrates. It is derived from the Greek word. A means knot and gnathos means jaws. So they are the vertebrates in which the jaws are absent. And gnathostomata, they are called as the jawed vertebrates, which means, again it is a Greek word. Gnathos, it means jaw, and stoma means mouth. So basically the mouth consists of the jaws. So they are called as the gnathostomata or the jawed vertebrates. Now students, the Agnatha, it is divided into two classes. पीछे मैंने बोला one class cyclostomata. But students, there are two classes. One is ostracodermy and another one is cyclostomata. Two classes कौन से है? Ostracodermy and cyclostomata. But जो ostracodermy वाले जो animals है, they are which type of animals? All the animals of this class are extinct, and therefore now Agnatha consists of only one class. Initially there were two classes, one was ostracodermy and another one is cyclostomata. But the ostracodermy class, it is a group of the animals which are extinct. All the members of that class are extinct, and therefore there is only one class. Now few, or you can say general explanation regarding ostracodermy. So they have a shelled skin with the exoskeleton of the bony plates. So basically all the members are extinct. They are the freshwater fishes and they are the first vertebrates. This ostracodermy, they are the first vertebrates and are basically found in fresh water. Their body is covered by hard scales. इसलिए I told you, shelled skin. So basically they have the hard scales on the body. One of the example of ostracodermy is Cephalespis. Now students, the main class, that is cyclostomata. Cyclo, it means circular. Stomata or stoma, it means mouth. So basically they are the round mouthed fishes. What are they? They have the mouth which is round in shape. So they are called as the cyclostomata. All the members of the cyclostomata are ectoparasites on some fishes. So basically they live on the body of the other fishes. Ecto, outside. Parasite, yani they are dependent on the host. So who act as the host for these animals? Some other fishes. So basically they are found attached to the body of some other fishes, and from them they will obtain the nutrition. The shape of the body is elongated. They have 6 to 15 pairs of the gill slits. What are gill slits? They are the paired openings found on the lateral sides of the pharynx. And what is their purpose? They are used for the respiration. Now cyclostomes have a sucking and circular mouth without the jaws. I told you round mouth. Cyclo means circular or round mouth, and sucking. Why sucking mouth? Because they are parasites. यानी उनको डायरेक्टली होस्ट में से न्यूट्रिएंट्स को एब्सॉर्ब करना है, सक करना है, and therefore their mouth is sucking, which is adapted to absorb the nutrients directly from the host. They do not have the scales as well as the fins. They are devoid of the scales as well as the paired fins. They have the cranium and vertebral column, but they are cartilaginous. Yani cranium and the vertebral column, they are made up of cartilage. In them the bones are absent. Circulation of closed type, that is heart is present, which is having two chamber. One is auricle and another one is the ventricle. Kidneys are used for the excretion. Now animals are unisexual, that is Either you can say unisexual or another term is dioecious. Fertilization is external, that is outside the body of the mother. Cyclostomes are marine. I told you that they are marine fishes, but they migrate for spawning to the fresh water. They normally live in marine water, but to lay the, or you can say to release or to deposit the egg, they go in the fresh water. देखो fertilization कैसा है, external है, यानी जो egg और sperm का जो fusion होने वाला है, that will take place outside the body. So where these animals lay the egg? So basically they migrate to the fresh water for spawning. Now after spawning, within few days they will die. So spawning के बाद within few days these fishes will die. Now development is indirect, यानी larval stage होता है. Their larva after metamorphosis return to ocean. See, fertilization कहाँ पे होने वाला है, egg कहाँ पे lay कर रहे हैं, in the fresh water. बट एनिमल्स कैसे है, मराइन वाटर. सो जैसे ही फर्टिलाइजेशन होगा, जाइगोट बनेगा, जाइगोट के बाद इट विल फॉर्म द यंग वन, और बेसिकली लार्वा में चेंजेस होकर वो किस में कन्वर्ट होगा, एडल्ट में. ये सब प्रोसेस कहाँ पे हो जाएगा, फ्रेश वाटर में. जैसे ही लार्वा का मेटामॉर्फोसिस हो गया, यानी लार्वा किस में कन्वर्ट हो गया, एडल्ट फॉर्म में, then they will return to the ocean, or you can say to the marine water. So basically they are found in marine water. For spawning they go to the fresh water. Fresh water में larva का metamorphosis होने के बाद again they return to the ocean. The examples are petromyzon, commonly called as lamprey, myxin, commonly called as the hagfish. So these were some of the general characteristics of the cyclostomata. See, this is a diagram of petromyzon and this is the diagram of the myxin. Now, the gnatostomata. What are gnatostomata? So basically they are the jawed vertebrates. That is, gnathos it means jaw and stoma means mouth. So basically their mouth consists of the jaws. Now students, this gnatostomata basically is divided into one extinct class that is called as plecodermi. हमने vertebrates का general division देखा, तो total कितने gnatostomata के total कितने classes थे, 6 classes थे. But apart from that 6 classes, they have one extinct class too, which is called as the plecodermi. Extinct यानी ये क्लास के हर कोई मेंबर्स दे आर नॉट फाउंड, दे आर एक्सटिंक्ट, एंड दे कंसिस्ट ऑफ 6 लिविंग क्लासेस कॉल्ड एज chondrichthyes, osteichthyes, amphibia, reptilia, aves and mammalia. So basically total 7 classes है, जिसमें से 1 class that is plecodermi, all its members are extinct, and there are 6 living classes including chondrichthyes, osteichthyes, amphibia, reptilia, aves and mammalia. Now मैंने बोला कि plecodermi it is extinct class, right? So उसके certain general characteristics, few characteristics. So basically they are fresh water bony fishes, यानी उनका जो skeleton है वो किसका बना है, bones का. And where are they found? They were found in the fresh water. They have a protective armor यानी shield, layer, यानी they have a protective layer of the bony scales and plate around the body. So their body is having the protective layer of the bony scales and the plates. One of the example of the plecodermi is Climatius. Now, जो first 3 classes है, which are the first 3 classes you can say? So first is the extinct class, that is plecodermi. Then there is a chondrichthyes and another one is the osteichthyes. So ये जो first 3 classes है, they include the fishes and they are together called as the superclass Pisces. यानी plecodermi, chondrichthyes and osteichthyes. Together they are placed in the superclass Pisces. But placodermi कैसा है? All the members of the placodermi are extinct. So now superclass Pisces, it consists of only two classes. One is chondrichthyes and another one is osteichthyes. Now Pisces के common characteristic क्या है? They have the paired appendages in the form of the fiends. The remaining four classes. So which are the remaining four classes? Amphibia, Reptilia, Aves and Mammalia. These four classes together are grouped into a superclass which is called as the Tetrapoda. So what is Tetrapoda? Poda means podos, feet, and tetra means four. So basically they have the appendages in the form of the limbs. They have the paired appendages in the form of the limbs. So these are certain general characteristics of the Gnathostomata. Now students, इसमें जो fishes है and amphibians, which are the fishes? So one is the chondrichthyes and another one is the osteichthyes. So ये जो fishes है, they lack the embryonic membranes. Now see students, थोड़ा reproduction का process we know that in embryo, developing embryo, it is surrounded by the membranes. And ये membranes क्या करती है? They protect the developing embryos. But ये जो fishes है and जो amphibians है, in them the embryos are not surrounded by the embryonic membranes. And therefore ये जो fishes and amphibians, they are collectively called as anemniota or also called as the anemnia, as they lack the embryonic membranes. As fishes and amphibians, they lack the embryonic membranes. They are together called as anemniota or also called as the anemnia. Whereas the reptiles, the birds and mammals, they develop the embryonic membranes. Now there are total 4 embryonic membranes. Embryo के surrounding total 4 membranes होती है. The amnion, the chorion, the allantois and yolk sac. These are the 4 protective membranes which are found surrounding the embryo. And what is the function of this? What are the functions of this membrane? I told you the main function is the protection. Apart from protection, they provide nutrition and are helpful in the gaseous exchange, as well as these membranes are an adaptation to the terrestrial life. So basically birds, reptiles and mammals, they have the embryonic membrane surrounding the embryo. What are the names of this membrane? Amnion, chorion, allantois and yolk sac. And what is the functions of this embryonic membrane? They are used for protection, nutrition, gaseous exchange, as well as they are an adaptation to the terrestrial life. And as these 3 classes, that is reptiles, birds and mammals, they possess the embryonic membrane, together they are called as amnia or amniota. Basically, the name amnia or amniota is due to the presence of the embryonic membrane amnion. So, amniota or you can say amnia are those vertebrates which have the embryos of them have the embryonic membranes. Now students, the first class, that is chondrichthyes, which are commonly called as the cartilaginous fishes. What are they commonly called as? Cartilaginous fishes. It is a Greek word, chondros, it means cartilage, ichthyes, it means fishes. So basically they are the fishes in which the endoskeleton is made up of the cartilage. Why are they called as cartilaginous fishes? Because in them the endoskeleton is made up of the cartilage. Now they are marine animals that is found in the oceans and seas with the streamlined body. Now what is streamlined body? Basically it is a boat shaped body which reduces the friction while they are swimming, and they have the cartilaginous endoskeleton. The mouth is located on the ventral side. Notochord is persistent throughout the life. Alimentary canal opens into the cloaca, and instead of anus they have the cloaca. And which type of alimentary canal? It will be complete with the two openings, mouth and another opening here. Instead of anus is the cloaca. Now they contain 5 to 7 pairs of gills. Now these gills they open to the exterior by the opening which are called as the gill slits. So basically gills के जो opening होते हैं which opens to the exterior, they are called as the gill slits. So gill slits they are separate and without operculum. Operculum is the covering of the gill. So basically यहाँ पे operculum नहीं होता है. The skin is tough. It consists of minute placoid scales. Placoid scales. We know that fish's body is covered with scales. So यहाँ पे जो scales है उसका नाम है placoid scales, and they are basically having the resemblance like teeth. Teeth-like scales will be present on their body. The teeth are modified placoid scales which are directed backward. Their jaws are very powerful. They are predaceous, or you can say carnivorous animals. Now they lack the air bladder which is also called as the swim bladder. Now ये air bladder का काम क्या है? So basically it regulates the buoyancy. Buoyancy यानी it allows the object to float. But इनमें क्या होता है कि ये एयर ब्लैडर और ये स्विम ब्लैडर नहीं होता है, एंड दैट इज द रीजन दे हैव टू स्विम कॉन्स्टेंटली टू अवॉइड सिंकिंग, यानी दे कंटिन्यूअसली हैव टू स्विम. उन लोग रेस्ट नहीं ले सकते हैं, कंटिन्यूअसली उनको स्विम करना पड़ता है. क्यों? बिकॉज दे लैक द एयर ब्लैडर. एयर ब्लैडर is an organ which maintains the buoyancy, that is it allows the organisms to float, but इनमें air bladder नहीं है, यानी इनको continuously swim करना पड़ता है, otherwise they will sink to the bottom. यानी if they do not swim constantly or continuously, they will sink to the bottom. Their heart is two-chambered with one auricle and one ventricle. They have 10 pairs of the cranial nerves. Cranial, that is brain. The nerves coming out of the brain are called as the cranial nerves. And how many cranial nerves are there? 10 pairs. Kidneys are excretory organs and they remove urea. The genital duct they open into the cloacal aperture. See students, एक बात याद रखो कि जो भी organism में instead of anus cloaca होता है, so ये सब organisms में elementary canal भी किस में open होगी? cloaca में. उनकी जो reproductive system की tubes होगी वो भी कहाँ पे open होगी? cloaca में. excretory system भी कहाँ पे open होगी? into the cloaca. So here the genital ducts they open into the cloaca. Now इनके पास एक specialized structure है which is called as the ampulla of Lorenzini, and this ampulla of the Lorenzini it act as the thermoreceptor organs. Thermo यानी temperature, receptor यानी receive करता है. So they have a sense organ called as the ampulla of Lorenzini. They are cold-blooded or poikilothermous animals. Now students, the terminology. Poikilothermous or cold-blooded. What do you mean by the cold-blooded animals? They do not maintain their body temperature. They lack the capacity to regulate their body temperature. Yani their body temperature keeps on changing according to the surrounding. जैसे surrounding का temperature change होगा, their body temperature also keeps on changing. यानी they are unable to maintain the constant body temperature. So basically all the animal groups except for the aves and mammals, और विच टाइप ऑफ एनिमल्स, पोइकिलोथर्मिक. पोरीफेरा से लेकर you can say reptiles tak, all the animals are cold blooded or poikilothermous, which means their body temperature keeps on changing according to the surrounding temperature. That is, they are unable to maintain or regulate the body temperature. Sexes are separate, it means they are unisexual or dioecious. मेल की जो पेल्विक फिन होती है, दे हैव द क्लेस्पर्स एंड दिस क्लेस्पर्स हेल्प देम इन कॉप्युलेशन. सो पेल्विक फिन्स इन द मेल्स हैव द कॉप्युलेटरी ऑर्गन्स कॉल्ड एज द क्लेस्पर्स. Fertilization is internal, that is inside the body of the female. Many of them are viviparous. Viviparous yani they give birth to the young ones. But some of them are ovoviviparous. It means the eggs they hatch into the mother's genital tract. Normally eggs hatch कहाँ पे होते हैं? बाहर होते हैं. But ovoviviparous means the eggs they hatch inside the mother's genital tract. यानी eggs तो होते हैं, viviparous यानी birth. So egg का hatching mother में हो जाएगा. And then after hatching the mother will give birth to that young one. So they are called as the ovoviviparous. Now some have the electric organs which gives basically the shock of 100 to 400 volts. An example is the torpedo. And some of them they possess the poison sting, which means they have the poisonous spikes on their fins. Example, trigon. So some of the members have the specialized organs like electric organs and poison sting. Now certain examples, Sclodiodon, which means dogfish, Scliodon, which means the dogfish. Then there is Pristis, which means a sawfish. Then there is Carcharodon, that is a great white shark, and Trigon, these are the stingray. So students, आपको common name भी याद रखना ज़रूरी है, and their scientific name again is very very important. So these were some of the general characteristics of the chondriach thighs. See, this is the Sclodiodon and another one is the Pristis. Now students, the ostrich thighs are also called as the bony fishes. So basically it is again a Greek word. Osteos it means bone, ichthyes it means fishes. So basically they are the fishes in which the endoskeleton is made up of bones. It includes both marine and freshwater fishes with bony endoskeleton. Jabki chondriach thighs were purely marine, but here they are found in marine water as well as in the fresh water. दूसरा difference, there in the chondriach thighs the endoskeleton was made up of cartilage. Here it is made up of the bones. The body is streamlined, mouth is terminal, जबकि वहाँ पे mouth ventral था. Alimentary canals open by anus. In the chondriach thighs it was opening through cloaca. Here cloaca is absent. They have 4 pairs of gills which are covered by operculum on each side. So gills have the covering which is called as the operculum. The skin is covered with the cycloid, that is round or oval, or tenoid, that is comb-like teeth scales. So यहाँ पे कौन से scales है? Cycloid scale, which means either their shape will be round or oval or tenoid, यानी comb-like teeth इनमें हो गए in the form of the scales. जबकि वहाँ पे कैसे थे? Placoid scales थे. Here the air bladder is present which regulates the buoyancy. Heart is 2-chambered with 1 auricle and 1 ventricle. There are 10 pairs of the cranial nerves, excretion by kidneys, and ammonia is the excretory material. They are cold-blooded or poikilothermic animals. Sexes are separate. Fertilization is external. वहाँ पे internal था in chondriach thighs. They are mostly oviparous and the development is direct. So examples, some of the marine water fishes are Exocoitus, which is a flying fish, Hippocampus, which is commonly called as seahorse. Freshwater fishes are labio, commonly called as rohu, katla called as katla, clarius, which is called as the magur. And some of them are found in the aquarium like betta, which is called as the fighting fish, and pterophyllum, which is called as the angelfish. So these are some of the characteristics of the osteichthyes. Now students, the class amphibia, which are called as the vertebrates with the dual life. Amphi, it is a Greek word. Amphi means two or dual, and bios, it means life. So basically, as the name indicates, amphibia, two or dual, bios means life. So they are the animals which can live in aquatic as well as the terrestrial habitat. Yani they are found in water as well as on the land. Now these amphibians have two phases in their life. One is the larval stage called as a tadpole, which is always found in water, always in fresh water, never found in the marine water. And the adult stage is the terrestrial. So normally जो larval stage, which is called as the tadpole, is found always in water, and adult stage are terrestrial, and therefore they are called as the amphibians. What are they called as? They are called as the amphibians. So students, the amphibia, they are the vertebrates which have a dual life. उनका जो larval stage है, where it is found in the water, and adult stage is normally terrestrial. They are the first chordate animals which came out of water, but these are not able to live on land permanently. Yes, they are the animals which came out of water, but permanently they cannot live on land. They depend on water for reproduction, and their eggs, they do not have the protective covering to check the evaporation. So उनके जो eggs होते हैं उनमें protective covering नहीं होता है. So they are the animals which came on the land, but they are not able to live on the land permanently. Now certain important characteristics. The animals undergo hibernation, which is called as the winter sleep, and estivation, which is called as the summer sleep, to prevent themselves from extreme cold and heat and to overcome the unfavorable conditions. Extreme heat and extreme cold से बचने के लिए they undergo dormancy period, यानी वहाँ पे वो inactive हो जाएंगे. So dormancy period during the winter, it is called as hibernation, and during the summer it is called as estivation, जिसकी वजह से they remain protected from extreme heat and extreme cold. That is, they help it to overcome the unfavorable conditions. Body is divided into two regions, head and trunk. Tail may be present in some, but neck is totally absent. They have two pairs of the limbs. Forelimbs have 4 fingers, hind limb have 5 fingers or toes. The amphibian skin is moist and smooth, that is without the scales, and is vascular. Now amphibians की skin कैसी होती है? Moist होती है due to mucus, and smooth यानी कोई भी exoskeleton नहीं है. Now important thing, इनमें exoskeleton क्यों नहीं है? Because इनमें जो skin है, it acts as the respiratory organ. Skin is the organ which plays the important role in the respiration. अगर एक्सोस्केलेटन होता तो स्किन कैसी होती? हार्ड होती, एंड हार्ड स्किन से एक्सचेंज ऑफ गैसेस पॉसिबल नहीं होता है. देयरफॉर देयर स्किन इज डिवॉइड ऑफ द स्केल्स एंड इज वस्कुलर. वस्कुलर यानी इट इज सप्लाइड विद ब्लड वेसल्स, जिसकी वजह से जो भी ऑक्सीजन बाहर से अंदर आया वो ब्लड में चला जाएगा, एंड ब्लड में जो भी कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड है वो स्किन से बाहर निकल जाएगा. सो स्किन कैसी है? वस्कुलर, दैट इज सप्लाइड विद द ब्लड वेसल्स. न्यूमरस म्यूकस ग्लैंड आर फाउंड इन द skin which help in moistening the skin. So skin moist है. कैसे moist है? So their skin consists of the mucus gland, and this mucus gland secretes the mucus which keeps the skin moist. And so these animals mainly respire through the moist skin, and the respiration through the skin is called as the cutaneous respiration. A well-developed complete alimentary canal with digestive glands are present. So alimentary canal तो है ही है, complete है, but they also contains the digestive glands like liver, salivary gland, etc. The alimentary canal, the urinary bladder and the genital ducts, that is opening of the digestive system, opening of the excretory system and opening of the reproductive system, all these open into a common chamber which is called as cloaca, which opens to the exterior. The respiration may occur by gills, skin, lungs or the buccopharyngeal cavity. Buccopharyngeal cavity, the cavity between the mouth and the pharynx, it is called as the buccopharyngeal cavity. Heart is three chambered, that is two auricles and one ventricle. RBCs are biconvex, oval and nucleated. Excretion by pair of kidney and excretory material is urea. बट जो टेल्ड एम्फीबियंस है एंड जो लार्वा है वो अमोनियोटेलिक है, दैट इज अमोनिया. सो दोज एम्फीबियंस जिसमें टेल है एंड ऑल द लार्वा दे आर अमोनियोटेलिक. They have 10 pairs of cranial nerves, cold-blooded or poikilothermous animals. Sexes are separate, it means fertilization is external. They are oviparous and the development is indirect. Examples are bufo, called as toad, rana, called as frog, hyla, called as tree frog, salamandra, called as the salamander, Ichthyopis, called which is a limbless amphibia. The Ichthyopis, it is the limbless amphibia, यानी इसमें limbs नहीं है. So these are the certain characteristics of the amphibians. See, this is the diagram of salamander and this is a diagram of rana, or also called as a frog. Now students, the next class is the reptilia, or commonly called as the creeping vertebrates. They are called as the creeping vertebrates. It is a Greek word rept, it means to creep. So the class name refers to their creeping or crawling mode of locomotion. इनमें जो लोकोमोशन है वो कैसे होता है, आइदर बाय क्रीपिंग और क्रॉलिंग. इट इज इन लैटिन इट इज अ रिपियर और रेप्टम, इट मीन्स टू क्रीप और क्रॉल. दे आर द फर्स्ट सक्सेसफुल टेरेस्ट्रियल वर्टिब्रेट्स, यानी दे कैन लिव परमानेंटली ऑन द लैंड, जबकि एम्फीबियंस वुड नॉट बी एबल टू लिव ऑन द लैंड परमानेंटली, बट दे आर द फर्स्ट सक्सेसफुल टेरेस्ट्रियल वर्टिब्रेट्स. But some of them are also found in the aquatic habitat. Body is divided into head, neck, trunk and tail. They have the exoskeleton, जबकि amphibians में exoskeleton नहीं था. But here exoskeleton is there in the form of the horny epidermal scale or scutes. Scutes are nothing but the bony plates which are present exterior to the body. They are the mostly terrestrial animals and their body is covered by dry and cornified skin. Cornified yani it is one type of the epithelium which is stratified squamous epithelium which is having a protein called as the keratin. So basically उनके skin में keratin protein होता है. So their skin is dry and cornified and is non-glandular. Non-glandular यानी without the glands. जबकि amphibians में कौन सी glands थी, mucus gland थी, यहाँ पे glands नहीं है. Limbs when present are two pairs and each limb have 5 digits. यानी forelimb में भी 5 digits होते हैं, hind limb में भी 5 digits होते हैं. The other characteristic, alimentary canal is complete which opens into cloaca. I told you cloaca है तो urinary system, reproductive system and digestive system सबके opening कहाँ पे हो गए, cloaca में. Respiration occurs through lungs. Heart is 3 chambered but it is 4 chambered in crocodile. Exceptions are very important. All the reptiles they have 3 chambered heart, but exception is the crocodile which have 4 chambered heart. RBCs are oval and nucleated. They have the kidneys for excretion, Uric acid will be excretory material in the land form and urea in the aquatic form. They have 12 pairs of the cranial nerves, ureters, genital duct and alimentary canal all open into the cloaca. They are poikilotherms or cold-blooded animals, which means they do not maintain their body temperature. Their body temperature keeps on changing according to the surrounding. Snakes and lizards, they shed their scales as the skin cast. यानी जो snakes का और lizard का exoskeleton होता है, so that is sloughed off or it is removed in the form of the pieces or as a whole. So the exoskeleton of the epidermal scales is periodically sloughed off in pieces or as a whole. आपने सबको स्नेक की स्किन देखी होगी कभी कभी. So that is called as the skin cast and that process of removal is called as the molting. What is the process of removal called? Molting. Reproduction. So sexes are separate, unisexual or dioecious. Fertilization is internal, they are oviparous and development is direct. Example, Chilon, which means turtle, Testudo, tortoise, chameleon, tree lizard, Calotis, garden lizard, Crocodilus, crocodile, alligator, alligator, Hemidactylus, which is a walled lizard. And some of the poisonous snakes are Naja, commonly called as cobra, Bengarus, commonly called as krait, and Vipera, commonly called as viper. So these are some of the general characteristics of the reptiles. So these are the diagram: chameleon, crocodilus, Chilon, and this is the Naja. Now students, the next group is the aves, class aves, which are commonly called as the birds. They are also called as the feathered bipeds. यानी उनमें जो फोर लिम्स है वो विंग में कन्वर्ट होगी एंड जो लेग्स है वो हाइंड लिम्स है. सो फेदर्स होते हैं एंड बाइपेड्स यानी दे मूव ऑन द टू लेग्स और ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज द ग्लोरिफाइड रेप्टाइल्स. The characteristic features of aves or birds are the presence of the feathers and most of them can fly except the flightless birds like ostrich. So most of the birds will fly but there is an ostrich which cannot fly. So they are the flightless bird. Otherwise most of them are can fly. Now what is the function of feather? Feathers keep them warm and also makes the body weight light. So what is the purpose of feather? Their body will remain warm. बेसिकली ये कैसे एनिमल्स है? होम्योथर्मिक. होम्योथर्मिक यानी वार्म ब्लडेड एनिमल, यानी बाहर कुछ भी चेंजेस आए उनके बॉडी का इंटरनल टेम्परेचर कांस्टेंट रहता है. एंड व्हाट इज दैट कॉल्ड एज वार्म ब्लडेड एनिमल्स. सो फेदर्स हेल्प देयर बॉडी टू रिमेन वार्म एंड ऑल्सो इट मेक्स द बॉडी वेट लाइट विच विल बी ईजियर फॉर देम एट द टाइम ऑफ फ्लाइंग. The body is boat shaped, so basically streamlined होती है, which will reduce the friction at the time of the flight. It is divided into head, neck, trunk and tail. Now skin is dry without any glands. Very important. Skin में कोई भी gland नहीं है. So it is a dry skin. But exception क्या है कि in the tail, at the base of the tail, they contain the oil gland which are also called as the preen gland. So skin is dry without gland except the oil glands or the preen glands which are located at the base of the tail. And ये gland का काम क्या है? It secretes the oil which will lubricate the feather. So feathers के lubrication के लिए the glands called as the preen or oil gland present at the base of the tail, which secretes the oil that lubricates the feathers. The forelimbs are modified into wings, I told you, whereas hind limbs, they have the scales and they are modified for walking, swimming as well as clasping the tree branches. So forelimbs are converted into wings and hind limbs, they have the scale. And ye hind limbs basically help in locomotion, like it will be helpful in walking, in swimming as well as in clasping the tree branches. यहाँ पे जो jaws होते हैं, these jaws are modified into the beaks. So they possess beak which are modified jaws. Jaws gets converted into the beak. The digestive tract has additional chambers called crop which stores and softens the food, and they have the gizzard which is used for crushing the food which is swallowed unmasticated. Okay, now mastication is the process of biting the food or crushing the food. अभी birds जो भी कोई food को ingest करते हैं basically as a whole ही वो ले लेंगे, यानी जॉज में और यू कैन से बीक दे डू नॉट हैव द टीथ, या उनके माउथ में टीथ नहीं है. सो वो पूरा जैसे ही ग्रेन्स या जो भी कुछ खाते हैं, इंसेक्ट्स कुछ भी खाते हैं, दे विल टेक इट एज अ होल. नाउ जैसे ही फूड गिजार्ड में जाएगा, गिजार्ड में फूड का क्या होगा, मेस्टिकेशन होगा, क्रशिंग होगा, बाइटिंग होगा. सो डाइजेस्टिव ट्रैक्ट हैज़ एडिशनल चैम्बर कॉल्ड क्रॉप जिसका फंक्शन है टू स्टोर एंड टू सॉफ्टन द फूड, एंड गिजार्ड हुज फंक्शन इज टू क्रश द फूड विच इज स्वेलोड अनमेस्टिकेटेड. Alimentary canal opens into cloaca. So basically complete alimentary canal with cloaca. Anus नहीं है. They have the spongy lungs for the respiration, and the air sacs are connected to the lungs which supplement the respiration. So lungs के extensions होते हैं जिसको बोलते हैं air sac, and ये air sac क्या करते हैं, they increase the respiratory efficiency by providing the large surface area for the exchange of gases. Gaseous exchange के लिए area ज़्यादा हो उसके लिए they have the air sac. Heart is 4-chambered and double circulation is found, यानी blood passes through the heart 2 times, that is called as the double circulation, and there are 4 chambers, 2 auricles and 2 ventricles. The endoskeleton is fully ossified, यानी they have the endoskeleton made up of bones, ossified यानी bones, and the long bones are hollow with air cavities that reduces the weight. Now birds, they need to fly, and as they need to fly, their bones are hollow, and उनमें क्या होते हैं, cavities होते हैं, air cavities, and these air cavities will reduce the weight of the body. Such bones with the air cavities are called as the pneumatic bones. They have the 12 pairs of the cranial nerves. They are warm-blooded, or you can say homeothermic animal, which means they are able to maintain a constant body temperature. Human beings and birds, या mammals and birds, you अपने आप को कंसिडर करो, बाहर जितनी भी ठंड हो, कुछ भी बॉडी बाहर के टेम्परेचर में जो भी चेंजेस आए, बट अवर नॉर्मल बॉडी टेम्परेचर रिमेन्स कांस्टेंट. सो व्हाट इज दैट कॉल्ड एज होम्योथर्मिक और वार्म ब्लडेड एनिमल्स, which means they are able to maintain the constant body temperature. Sexes are separate, fertilization is internal, they are oviparous, and development is direct. Examples: corvus, commonly called as crow; columba, pigeon; psittacula, parrot; shruthio, ostrich; pavo, peacock; then aptenoids, which is penguin; and neophron, which is vulture. So these were some of the characteristics of the birds. This is a neophron, shruthio, psittacula, and pavo. The last class students, that is the class Mammalia, which are commonly called as the mammals. Now it is derived from the Latin word mamma, which means breast. So basically these are the animals which contains the breast or mammary glands to nourish the young ones, and therefore they are called as the Mammalia. They are found in variety of habitats: polar ice caps, deserts, mountains, forests, grasslands, and dark caves. Some of them are adapted to fly and also to live in water. जैसे bat, it is a mammal which is adapted to fly. Then there is a whale which is adapted to live in water. The most unique mammalian characteristic is the presence of milk producing glands, or called as the mammary glands, by which the young ones are nourished, and therefore they are called as the mammalia. Why are they called mammalia? Because they contain the milk producing mammary glands by which the young ones get nourished, and therefore they are called as mammalia. Body is divided into head, neck, trunk and tail. There is a presence of diaphragm between thorax and abdomen. So basically diaphragm is a muscular rod-like structure which divides the body into two regions. There is thorax region and the abdominal region. So thorax and abdomen are separated by a muscular diaphragm. The skin is thick and glandular. Skin thick है and glandular है, यानी glands होती है. So which glands are present? Sweat glands जो sweat का secretion करते हैं. Sebaceous gland जो sebum या oil का secretion करते हैं. And mammary glands to secrete the milk. And it possesses the exoskeleton of hair. We have the exoskeleton. Their body is covered with the hair. Two pairs of limbs adapted for walking, running, climbing, burrowing, flying, swimming, etc. Limbs are pentadactyl. Penta 5 and dactyl means digits. So forelimbs will have five fingers and hind limbs will have 5 toes. Elementary canal is complete. Cloaca is absent. So instead of cloaca, anus is there. Anus and urinogenital apertures are separate. जहाँ पे भी anus होगा, क्लोएका में क्या था कि एलिमेंट्री कैनाल, फिर रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम की जो डक्ट्स होती है, एक्सक्रीटरी सिस्टम की जो डक्ट्स होती है, वो एक ही जगह पे ओपन होती थी. बट जब एनस होता है तो सबके ओपनिंग्स डिफरेंट होते हैं. सो एनस एंड यूरिनोजेनाइटल, यूरिनो एक्सक्रीटरी, जेनाइटल रिप्रोडक्टिव, अपर्चर्स आर सेपरेट. The different types of teeth are present in the jaws. So which are the different types of the teeth? So teeth are thecodont, which means the teeth are embedded into the socket of the jawbone. We have the jaws. Jaws के अंदर pits होती है, sockets होते हैं, in which the teeth are embedded. The teeth are heterodont. Hetero means different. We have 4 different types of the teeth, that is canines, incisors, molars and premolars. Diphyodont, which means 2 sets of teeth develop. One is the milk teeth and another one is the permanent teeth. So which type of teeth are there? Thecodont, heterodont and diphyodont. Respiration occurs by 1 pair of lungs. Heart is 4-chambered and double circulation occurs. RBCs are oval, circular, biconcave and enucleated. अब तक आपने जो RBCs की बात की वो कैसे थे? Biconvex थे. But here they are biconcave and enucleated, that is devoid of the nucleus. Kidneys are bin shaped and excretory material is urea. 12 pairs of cranial nerves. Here the external ear is present and that external ear is called as pinna. They are homeothermous, that is able to maintain the body temperature. Sexes are separate, fertilization is internal. Most of them are viviparous with a few exceptions and development is direct. So examples of the mammals, oviparous mammal, I told you exception hai. So platypus or also called as the ornithorhynchus, it is a oviparous mammal. Other examples are viviparous mammals like macropus, kangaroo, pteropus, flying fox, or also called as the largest bat. Then camelus, which is camel, macaca, that is monkey, ratus, that is rat, canis, that is felis, dog, felis, that is rat. Then elephas, which is elephant, equus, which is horse, delphinius, that is common dolphin, Balanoptera, that is blue whale, Panthera tigris, that is tiger, and Panthera leo, that is lion. So these are some of the general characteristics of the mammals. This is the ornithorhynchus, that is platypus, that is macropus, this is the flying pteropus, and that is the Balanoptera. So students, we have studied the general characteristics of each and every phylum and subphylum and classes of the animals. See students, these are the comparative characteristics. Here the salient features of the different phylums of the animal kingdom are given. So basically comparison के लिए it will be very helpful. Okay, porifera है, coelenterate है, then Ctenophora, platyhelminths, escahelminths, annelid, arthropods, mollusks, echinoderms, hemichordates and chordates. So these are the different phylums of the animal kingdom. इनके जो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स का कंपैरिजन इज गिवन विच इज इम्पॉर्टेंट. ओके, so students, we complete this chapter here. Okay, we have completed this chapter. Thank you students.